I guess we have a special treat today. Or maybe it's just a rotten turd. Who knows? We have the Porygon episode for you guys today. It's a banned episode because it caused a lot of seizures back in the day. So we could only find it in Japanese with subtitles. So today we'll be watching a Japanese episode. Should be interesting. And we'll just be reading subtitles. We did find some English dubbed, but it was like fan made, and it's hard to watch. Pretty hard to watch. I recommend it though. I'm pretty sure a lot of the things that the people that dubbed it, I'm pretty sure that Ash and Misty and Brock weren't saying those things. But anyways, I guess you want me to just go ahead and do the recrappity crap. Well, it's been, I guess, about 3 weeks since our last episode. Sorry for you that, guys. It's been crazy. Let me take a look and see which episode we saw. Series, here we go, series. Season 1. Let's see, I think we watched... it was the Battling Eevee Brothers. So, just to recap, it's an episode that features Eevee, Vaporeon, Jolteon, and Flareon. And Ash and the crew go to this rich person's house and see that they're having a stoned party where all their Pokemon are getting stoned. The evolutionary stones. So we see all of the guys, Shelder. I think the only ones we didn't see were Growlithe and like the Pokemon that evolved through Moonstones. But all the other ones, Poliwag or Poliwhirl, Vulpix, Pikachus. Can't think of anyone else on the top. Oh, Executes. A lot of Pokemon that evolved through Stone. And so these guys, these three brothers that look exactly like their Pokemon, there's the Jolteon trainer, Vaporeon trainer, and the Flareon trainer. They threw this party because they want their brother Mikey, surprised I remember his name, Mikey, to evolve his Eevee and decide who he wants to evolve it to. But he doesn't really care about evolution. He just wants Eevee to be his best friend, and he wants to be an Eevee trainer. Anyways, Team Rocket comes, steals all the stones, steals all the Pokemon except Psyduck, of course, and then on their way back, Horsey's just spewing out whatever is in their system, leaving a track for Ash and the guys to follow. They end up finding Team Rocket, and they have a big battle. They want to have a big battle, but then the brothers said, "Oh no, they stole. This is our party. They stole Mikey's Eevee. We're gonna fight with our guys." So Jolteon, Vaporeon, and Flareon fight Weezing and Arbok, and at first it looks like they're gonna win, but then Arbok and Weezing come back and hit them hard, and actually beat them pretty well. So bravo to Weezing and Arbok. And then Ash uses Pikachu electrocutes Weezing and Arbok, and then Mikey's Eevee does a takedown, a triple takedown, I guess. He does one takedown and double, I guess. He does one takedown and it takes out it took out the whole Team Rocket. One takedown took out the whole Team Rocket. Weezing, Arbok, Jesse James, and Meowth go flying back up to space where they belong. And that's why they call Team Rocket. And at the end, Mikey just decides to tell his brothers, "Nope, I don't want to evolve my Eevee." And they're like, "Oh, why didn't you just say so?" caused so much trouble. And he decides to be an EV trainer. If you ask me, he's probably isn't going to win many battles, but that's not what this show is about. It's about loving your Pokemon when they're in their baby cute form. And
what's new, man? It's been 2 weeks. Oh, yeah. You know what? My man here ran 17.5 miles. Insane.
That's not very impressive.
Oh my gosh. I can run like 1.5 miles before I have to like stop lately.
Yeah. Saying I read 17.5 miles is just a nice way of saying that I didn't finish my marathon.
The marathon guy was 17.5 miles. The marathon was 17 miles. He went a half mile extra, guys. He just couldn't stop.
No, I thankfully I've already done 2, but this one my hip was hurting really bad, and it actually was hurting mile 6, and then I decided to just limp run for another 11 miles until I couldn't move anymore.
Just like dragging your foot. He was just like dragging his enormous dong on the floor.
I had this dark khaki shirt on, and I had this old man running next to me, and he's like pointing to my headphones. So I take my headphones off, and he goes, "Your shirt looks like vomit," and then he kept running. I was like, "Wow, thanks." I was like, "It looks good on me, though, right?" He's like, "Yeah."
Your old wrinkly skin.
So good.
Looks like a prune. It looks like a
right.
It looks like a raisin.
Right. Just give him a comeback. Mm-hmm. Yeah, at least I don't have pruny, wrinkly balls. No, yeah. It was fun. But yeah, I just right now just trying to keep up with this hyperactive thyroid I've got, and it's kind of driving me crazy.
Would you say everything in your life is hyperactive? Do you have are your children hyperactive?
No.
No? What about your love life?
Yes.
Is that hyperactive?
All children.
All children.
Yeah. Yes, but you're just pointing out all the things you know that are hyperactive. Oh man.
Oh, let's see your shirt, bro. That's part of our weekly segment too. What shirt is Granola Man wearing?
It's a Dragon Ball?
Yes. Let's see, Krillin's got hair. Is that Dragon Ball Super?
Yeah. I think it's Dragon Ball. Yeah, it must be Super. No, it's Dragon Ball Z. Maybe it was like. Oh yeah, he had hair in the Majin Buu saga, I think.
Did he?
I think he does in the Majin Buu saga. I believe, maybe not. I don't remember. Yeah, because when they go to the tournament, he has hair, and Goku's like, "Oh, I thought." What does he say? He said, "I thought you had like a clinical condition or something." And Krillin's like, "No, I've been shaving it my whole life."
Wait, you wanted to be bald?
Anyways, what's wrong with you? Yeah, that was Dragon Ball Z.
I wonder,
anyways,
if Nappa were to go Super Saiyan, I wonder,
should we get this started?
Do you think if Nappa went Super Saiyan?
If his goatee would go yellow?
How would that work? You know how Goku, when he goes to Super Saiyan 3, grows?
His goatee would just, come up.
His eyebrows?
Probably. Probably his hair would grow.
His eyelashes?
His eyebrows just go over his face, over his forehead.
His eyelashes?
But mainly his pubes.
Yeah.
Mainly his pubes, but yes.
His hairy butthole. He just afros out.
Oh, jeez. You thought it was a monkey tail, but it's actually just really long pubic hair.
Straight butthole hair. Right.
Really long, thick, crusty pubic hair.
Yeah.
Just really thick, crusty butthole hair. It's actually more like a dreadlock coming out of the butt.
Oh man, could you imagine if your butthole hair got matted?
That they can control.
If your butthole hair got matted, like some dreads.
That sounds horrible. That sounds really painful, actually.
All right. Well,
would when you pooped, would it have to like go in through all the hair?
Yeah, it's like a poop net.
How are you, Ryman?
I'm good, bro.
The poop net, yeah. How are you, buddy? Yeah.
I'm good. Chilling. I've been. Feels like it's been so long, man. These 2 weeks. It feels like longer.
Yeah, it has. It's been a while.
Or has it been longer? Or has it only been 2 weeks? Or is it 3?
Well, I think it's been 3, actually. I don't know. I think it's been 3, yeah.
Probably lost.
But anyways.
Oh my gosh.
Shall we do this thing?
It's been 21 days since our last stream. That is 3 weeks.
Yeah, 3 weeks. Yep, that's
wow.
right.
I had no idea. We should have skipped this month and just made like an even 1 month.
Nah. We'll get back to it right now.
Yeah. Alright guys, well if you're watching on YouTube, thank you for the support. This is you're gonna see us talk right now, and we're gonna start the intro. We'll watch the episode. You're gonna notice on YouTube right after we talk, it's cut straight to the after scenes where we discuss the episode and go into details. And that is because YouTube does not allow us to show the episode in its entirety. I mean, maybe this one. I don't know if YouTube will recognize episode 38.
Yeah, probably.
But we can show bits, clips, highlights, but not the whole episode. Even if we talk over it, it recognizes the video. So obviously the best place to watch it is on live stream with us, which we do on Tuesdays, 8 p.m. Central. All right. I mean, I feel like that's everything, bro.
Yeah.
You ready to go?
Let's do it.
And you said you... Okay, you did the recap, yeah. All right. Let's go.
All right.
Oh, man.
That was an experience.
How do I unpack this?
Oh no. Oh no.
Hi.
Oh gosh. Please. Do we have to?
Make it stop.
No. I don't want any more. Wow. Initial feelings, thoughts, anxieties.
Cringe. Lots of cringe.
So cringe. Wow. Wow. It's just... No. I didn't know. I didn't know. I honestly did not remember this episode. I thought I had, but I didn't.
You know, it makes me wonder how these Pokemon episodes were ordered back in the day. If that Jinx one's next, but the Snorlax one's next here. Like I wonder where that Jinx falls. Where the Jinx episode falls on
Good question. Wow. Let's just keep move along now.
Yeah, okay, so here's this. So it's not in the...
So Snorlax is the next one.
But where's that Christmas episode?
It might be in the next season. Next season is still Kanto. Oh my gosh, that
Whoa.
Charizard Magmar episode's so good.
It's Mr.
Oh yeah, the Mewtwo episode's really good too. I remember. Maybe I remember wrong.
Whoa. I don't know what's happening here, but I love it. Look who's in the thumbnails.
Alakazam versus King.
Bro.
Yeah, that's gonna be your episode.
Oh, look.
Airwhack.
I'm trying to think.
If you guys don't know, we're just looking through the next episodes. Oh, here we go, Lapras. Right, wasn't it Lapras in the...
No, it was
At the end?
there was Santa.
Pink Nidoking.
Whoa.
Gosh, I don't think I remember anything about this episode. About the season, I mean. Tracy gets bugged.
Okay, I think.
Oh, this is when Brock leaves, I guess. Yeah, these are going to be new for me.
You know, I'm starting to think maybe that episode was banned too. Maybe because of Jinx. Let me look it up.
Oh. Jinx episode. The episode was not aired in the US because of the controversy over her appearance.
Looks like next week's another Japanese episode.
Yeah. Seems like it. Oh my gosh, that's awesome. I didn't I did not know there was another band episode.
Alright, so let's go ahead and recap this episode.
I have a question though. Why is Mr. Popo allowed, but not Jinx?
Pokemon was probably a much bigger show back then. I bet when
Bigger than Dragon Ball Z?
When Dragon Ball Z first aired, I'm sure.
But Mr. Popo was also in Super, wasn't he?
Is he? I don't remember.
Was it maybe because... Yeah. Maybe because Pokemon's more for kids? I don't know.
Honestly, I think the more popular something is, the more, like, how to say, like, PC they have to be.
So you think that... I understand that Pokemon is more popular than Dragon Ball Z, but do you think the show, the Pokemon show, was more popular?
Oh, 100%. Back in the 90s? Like,
Oh, okay.
can you name more than 5 kids that you know that didn't watch Pokemon?
I don't know who watched Pokemon.
Can you, like... I know tons of people who haven't seen Dragon Ball Z, but I have not met a person personally that's around our age demographic that has not watched Pokemon. There's not a...
That's a shame, because Dragon Ball Z is way better. One of the best shows ever.
I literally do not know another child that was born our age or younger that has not seen or heard of Pokemon.
Hombre. Well, it's different because there's the games and there's the cards. I think the games and the cards were more popular than the show, no?
No, not in the 90s.
Oh man. I think I personally cared more about the cards and the games before the show. I feel like the games and the show and the card game were done really well, and the anime not so much.
Like the very source material.
No, the source material is the game. The game was the original.
Oh, the game came before out the TV show or the comics?
Oh yeah. Yeah, that's what. Well, The anime is what really blew it up. But yeah, it started as a game. So the game was really well done, and so was the card game. But with the example of this last episode, the one we just watched, did you put your headphones on?
Oh yeah, let me put them back on.
Thanks. I appreciate no echo. Yeah. Yeah, I remember back in the day, I didn't have the original games, but I used to go to my friend's house and I'd play his Pokemon Yellow, I think.
Yellow was okay.
My first game ever that I owned was Silver.
I remember,
and I loved it so much.
I remember it was such a big deal when Yellow came out because the Pikachu could follow you, and you could have Pikachu as a starter.
Yeah,
but
which is overrated, but whatever.
Well, it was the first. It was like the first time.
I take Squirtle and Charmander and Bulbasaur, all of those over Pikachu.
Yeah, the weird thing about Yellow is you didn't have a choice. Yeah. Like you had to take Pikachu.
Right.
And if I remember right, like certain things.
Isn't that how the?
What?
I was just saying, isn't that how the Hey You Pikachu and the Hey You Eevee is? I think you start out with Eevee or Pikachu.
I have no idea about those.
And I don't think you can evolve them either.
You can evolve Eevee? That's like Eevee's whole.
I don't know. Can you evolve Pikachu in Pokemon Yellow? Can you evolve him?
I don't think so.
See, yeah.
But yeah, I didn't even give you a choice. Like you had to pick Pikachu. But it was just crazy that you could have a Pikachu following you. You know.
I mean, I'd rather just have no Pokemon follow me and have a Venusaur.
Yeah. That's always an option.
That's always an option, yeah. Yeah. Anyways. Yeah, this episode was rough. Oh, do you want to do your YouTube spiel?
Oh, yeah. If we're watching on YouTube, welcome back. Or we're back. I should say, I always say welcome back out of habit. You didn't go anywhere. We did.
Yeah.
For y'all, the intro would just ended. And let's get talking about this episode, man. It was... How to say, even, you know, like, I've seen a lot of sub-animes. And, you know, I can get past the subtitles, the accents, and everything. But this was just really cringe in the way that they looked at things, how they thought things operated. I mean, I get like you can't really express what an inanimate object must look like. But their idea of cyberspace is identical to real life.
Just a lot darker.
There were physical blocks, physical obstructions stopping the Pokeballs from flowing their natural course. In cyberspace, physical blocks. They sent a vaccine into cyberspace. A vaccine. Vaccines are used on.
I'm sure it's living antivirus.
Yeah.
Yeah. But it did have a needle. That's true.
Yeah.
Maybe it was a vaccine.
And I don't even know what the point of the needle was because it actually just explodes.
Yeah. It just shoots out like explosions. That's true.
I'm not really sure why it had a needle.
But Porygon's showing wasn't too bad. I thought his showing was pretty good.
Yeah. It felt like another
The Ditto episode was a little better than this one.
Yeah, I mean that's what Porygon's superpower was. Is it basically transformed into another Pokemon and used Tackle. When they were fighting each other, like it just transformed into a Sword and Shield. I feel like it. Like, would Porygon have this power in the real world? Like, this. It creates more questions than it answers.
Oh, for sure.
Okay, so.
Yeah.
Let me start this recap.
Are there?
So.
Oh, okay. Yeah, we're still doing that. That's true.
So our heroes.
Yeah, you go for it.
Yeah, this can be you next week. Our heroes.
Oh, that's true. I'm just gonna like record what you're saying right now.
Just like memorize it. So our heroes and start the episode wandering to a Pokemon Center where it's pure chaos. Trainers are sending Ninetaleses and receiving back Magikarps, which, if you think about, makes no sense because when they enter cyberspace, no Pokeballs are going through, let alone being returned back. So I'm not sure where that Magikarp came from because it was supposed to have been halted by that stop sign.
That's
the.
Oh my gosh, the stop sign.
The professor is.
I'll never look at stop signs the same way again.
Yeah, the professor views cyberspace. Views cyberspace like there's a camera there. And sees something is wrong.
Yeah.
Runs home where he has a machine that transfers people, not their consciousness, not their personality, not their knowledge, transfers the actual person into cyberspace.
Yeah. Impressive guy. By the way, to just never trust a guy whose eyes are just squiggly lines and circles. Just don't do it.
Yeah. It's bad news.
Bad news.
Where he informs us that moments before, Team Rocket actually saw the machine, snuck into the machine, and transported themselves into cyberspace. Where they proceeded to...
Were they the ones stealing all those Pokeballs?
Yes. Where they proceeded to put up that roadblock and stop sign to halt the transfer of Pokeballs. Because when Pokeballs, when you think about this, turn white and enter this energy state that is sucked into the computer, then inside the computer materializes back out into a physical Pokeball where it is transferred through cyberspace, only on the other side to be materialized into energy and light to be transformed back into its physical state. This thing might as well just be like a big translogic tube, like at the banks, you know, where you send your information from. There is no point into turning it into energy to enter cyberspace for it to materialize back into physical Pokeball, monster balls, and go.
Rhyman, the science command guy.
And
dang, man, this is good stuff. Good stuff. Very good stuff.
I hope you're memorizing it all for next week.
I'm just gonna just play this episode on repeat all week, so you know exactly what to say.
So,
yeah, the
professor gets the great idea to send the 3 10-year-olds into cyberspace to find out what's going wrong. So without
two 10-year-olds and then another guy
and Brock. You don't think
and Brock?
Yeah.
I don't think so.
No,
I think Brock is very soon is going to be growing facial hair. I think Brock shaves. Honestly, I think Brock shaves.
Well, without consent, he sends the 3 teens, preteens into cyberspace.
Yeah, that's pretty scary.
Where, and like, who knows how big cyberspace is supposed to be? You know, this is probably a worldwide network, like the internet is, and he's like, go find the problem. Luckily for him, a Porygon just knows where to go, and kind of leads them the way. Where they have a short battle with Team Rocket. I mean, very short. Porygon takes on some Weezing holes and just tackles Weezing, which it could have just done as a Porygon. It didn't do any Weezing specific moves, or that required it to be a Weezing.
But he turned into like Steel or something, right?
No,
to make it harder.
He turned into Weezing. It was.
Oh, is that what he did?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought he turned into like metal or something.
No, it was like the explanation was when Porygon can transform into another Pokemon and use its moves.
Oh.
Like a Ditto. But which is why I said earlier, like, I don't really feel like it turned into a Weezing so much as it just took on some Weezing characteristics, like the Weezing holes.
Oh, gotcha.
You know, in the purple color. But it didn't do a Weezing move, it just did tackle. It could have been a Porygon to tackle.
I see, yeah.
After that, Team Rocket shows that they have a Porygon on their team, and the Porygons battle it out as a sword and shield. That's when Nurse Joy and her anonymous hacker send in the vaccine to deal with the virus.
Oh my! Do you think that this Porygon episode is what inspired this Sword and Shield the game?
And maybe.
My favorite part is that scene with Nurse Joy where you were saying that the scientist is all freaking out about what's going on, and Nurse Joy's just like, "Okay, bye."
Yeah.
Oh man.
Yeah.
You sent in a vaccine? No.
Yeah.
Yeah, we did.
Okay, bye.
Yeah, we did. Okay, bye. So good.
This vaccine immediately locks on to the children and fire what can only be described as pin-headed missiles at them.
Oh boy.
Like, can nothing be damaged? Like, okay, like when you think about this, the Pokeballs weren't damaged by these explosions. The surrounding areas weren't damaged by these explosions. If these explosions have no effect in the cyber world, why is this vaccine equipped with them?
It's for viruses, isn't it? Only for viruses.
I feel like that's subjective, as these children were considered viruses. And
well, yeah, because they're not supposed to be there.
I feel like that giant pile of Pokeballs weren't either, yet they were unaffected. You know, they didn't even scatter.
Well, yeah, Pokeballs are supposed to be there.
But not in a giant horde. Like, they're supposed to be in a moving, like, system.
Well, obviously if they're gonna send a vaccine, they're not gonna send one that can destroy all the Pokemon that are inside of the system.
I feel like any vaccine has that risk. When you get the flu shot, like, sometimes you get the flu. Like...
Oh, yeah. The worst flu I ever got was, like, minutes after a flu shot.
Yeah, so, I mean... Okay. So, the scientist tells them, you know, if you're hit with this vaccine, you're going to stay there forever. So, of course, they try running away. Team Rocket gets hit with the vaccine explosion. Somehow isn't backed up and falls into a giant pit of nothingness. Like, why is there a hole of nothingness inside?
It was a bug hole.
Why is there a hole in cyberspace?
A bug hole.
You know? Well, last minute, the virus locks onto them again, and Bulbasaur latches onto them. They miss the explosion, I guess, by, like... I'm not even sure what space is measured in cyberspace.
I have a question for you, though.
Mm-hmm.
What doesn't have a hole?
A hole.
It's deep, I know.
A hole doesn't.
Well, it could.
If a hole had a hole.
Does a black hole have a hole?
I feel like a hole would mean it goes through something, and I think black holes have an ending. Otherwise, it'd be a wormhole. Because the way like black holes work is they suck in everything, and then they radiate it out in Hawking energy back out into the universe.
Mm-hmm.
All the mass and light and everything.
Okay, so holes don't have holes, but everything else does?
Right?
Just about everything else, right?
Everything else. Have you seen a Vsauce about holes?
No.
Oh my gosh.
I'll have to, though.
Bro, it is.
I love Vsauce, man. He's very, very entertaining.
Bro, it's insane. So, and this is where we get to one of the weirdest parts of the episode. Alright? If you thought all that was weird, I don't know how they scientifically explain this part. Alright? Porygon is inches away from the exit of cyberspace when the vaccine fires multiple missiles at them. Okay? Porygon makes it through the exits, and so do the missiles. These missiles cause a physical explosion like they do in cyberspace, outside in the real world, collapsing the house around them. After the whole house is in destruction, after the professor has verbally confirmed that his machine is broken and is no longer usable, the cyberspace hole is still open above them, and Team Rocket falls out of it. I'm not sure how that cyberspace hole was still there, and it closes immediately after they fall out. I don't even have a hypothesis of how this could have happened. No idea. Team Rocket thanks the team for saving their life and runs off, and Ash leaves another town in destruction as they continue on their journey.
Their path of tears.
Yeah.
Okay, I gotta give it to this episode just a little bit, because we've seen some pretty horrible episodes, and this one might be one of the worst. But at least it was entertaining. There's some of these terrible episodes that were just boring. This one was. It was interesting. There was always something going on.
Mm-hmm.
Oh man. So, I feel like you just covered everything, honestly. But I'm gonna try to shed a little bit of highlights, a little bit of light on this episode. Number one, I did like the way Porygon was portrayed. Not a lot, but it was, it was okay. It was, compared to the rest of the episode, it was pretty good.
Yeah.
So I would have enjoyed a little bit more of a battle between Team Rocket and Ash's Porygon. Or maybe they turn into other Pokemon, like you were saying. I didn't realize it was turning into a Weezing. Like maybe using Weezing's power, and then the other one using Ash's Pokemon's powers. That would have been cool.
Yeah.
If that would have been.
Power it chose was Tackle.
Right. Yeah. Like if it started shooting Weezing fumes, and then Ash's Porygon was using like Pikachu and Bulbasaur's moves, something like that. That would have been pretty neat.
It's just another Ditto, dude.
It is another Ditto, but
I feel that.
Yeah, maybe they could have ended the battle with it using actual psychic abilities, or I don't know. It's a normal Pokemon, so what? Like, of course, it's going to use Tackle and stuff like that.
I think the point that they were trying to portray here is that when Porygon is in its natural habitat, like cyberspace, it is like extra powerful. It can do things it can't do in the real world. And instead of taking this like Ditto take that we have already had in a previous episode, they could have done something similar, like Porygon being able to manifest, you know, like backgrounds, you know, like they could have like transported them into like over a volcano or over a thunderstorm or in an island or underwater or somewhere icy, you know, like
yeah, that's better.
They could have manipulated cyberspace itself, you know, instead of changing Porygon into something we've already seen before. I feel like that would have been a much better way to use not only the setting, but it tells us more about Porygon itself being a computer Pokemon than a transforming Pokemon.
Yeah, I like that. That's way better. That's way better. Maybe you could send people. Maybe we could transfer.
Yeah.
Transfer Team Rocket somewhere else or something.
Yeah. It could have been. It could. Oh, you know what it could have been like?
What if Porygon? What?
I'm gonna say it could have been like that Spider-Man fight with Mysterio. You know, like Porygon is just like messing with their heads. You know.
Oh yeah.
Oh, that would have been
that'd
sick.
be great.
Oh, I got goosebumps from just remembering.
Dude, that fight. That's.
Oh, I didn't want that.
That Spider-Man fight with Mysterio was one of my favorite moments in all MCU. So good.
Oh man,
it was amazing.
That Tony Stark tombstone.
Oh man, Mysterio
just gives me freaking goosebumps.
So good, so good. What if Porygon also opened some emails during the battle?
Like some corrupt like CEO emails. He's like, Giovanni has been diddling with child pornography.
Oh man, that could have been an Easter egg. Maybe like some of Giovanni or Team Rocket's plans or something. What if it opened Team Rocket's plans?
Giovanni has a secret island that he flies presidents and celebrities off to.
with giant Pokemon.
With children.
Oh my.
Giovanni mysteriously hung himself in prison.
Oh jeez.
After stating he would not kill himself.
Okay, yeah. See? Great ideas. I love it.
Just go the whole Epstein route.
I like Porygon. I like his design. Obviously, they could have done way more with him. I like your ideas better than mine, always. But I do like his design. I think... I'm just saying, compared to the rest of the episode, I think that was the highlight, was Porygon. And I like that Team Rocket's Porygon had a little Team Rocket flag, and it looked like kind of loyal. I don't know why it was loyal to Team Rocket, or why the other one was loyal to Ash, but I don't know. It seemed like it was kind of a loyal Pokemon, and he worked to protect and save whoever was in that cyberspace or whatever.
Yeah, I'll say this, man. That Porygon was a workhorse. Like,
for sure.
It,
Maybe it's because you're overweight, he says to Misty.
His Porygon never complained. He just kept moving. It just kept one foot in front of the other and just kept trucking along, no matter how much they expected of it, no matter how much they demanded of it. They put that Porygon in real danger, and it didn't even care. It was saving lives and moving forward.
Yeah, the firemen of the Pokemon world.
That Porygon didn't even hesitate to jump into battle and defend them when Weezing attacked.
Yeah.
It's got like some like golden retriever energy, dude.
Good Pokemon.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's a good Pokemon. Who's a good Pokemon? You're a good Pokemon.
And what they do?
Yeah.
Destroy its only way back into its home. Release a vaccine that thinks it's a virus.
That's how it goes. Now it's just going to kill people around the world. Destroy the virus. Oh, man. Are there any other highlights? You know, there are not. But, okay, maybe there's one, and I wish we would have seen it on camera. But Bulbasaur for the win again.
Oh.
Always love that. Yeah, there's literally no other highlights that I can think of. I just want to say this is one of those episodes. It's kind of like one of those movies you watch. You know it's a terrible movie, but you watch it because it's kind of funny how terrible it is. Yeah, this episode was a little funny because it was so bad.
Yeah, I mean, this is just, you gotta, like, just gotta get through it, man. It's like a bad Marvel movie, dude. Like, you just gotta watch it to see if there's anything you need to know. And then just repress it. Everything else. And then just repress it.
Oh, man. Pretty much almost anything after Thanos.
I'm excited though. I still haven't seen Captain Marvel or She-Hulk or Thor: Love and Thunder. But it was spoiled for me thanks to TikTok that Daredevil is in She-Hulk, so now I really want to see it.
Good luck, man. That show is terrible. It's the worst, one of the worst shows I've ever seen. It has agenda all over it.
Bro, but Daredevil, man, like...
Yeah, no, I couldn't... I watched the first 3 episodes and I said, I've seen everything Marvel, but I think I need to stop right now. This is so bad. This is so bad. This show is telling us that men are horrible people, that women are always right, and that it's just... It's one of those stories where your hero doesn't work for any of its powers. She's just already awesome. She doesn't have to go through the struggle of Iron Man or Hulk having to deal with his other side, or it's none of that. It's just like, oh, I'm super powerful and I'm super amazing and I'm just like that. I don't need to struggle, you know?
Okay, I haven't seen it.
Super unrelatable.
I haven't seen it, but I'm gonna play devil's advocate a little bit, okay? I can't speak to the agenda part because I haven't seen it. But I could kind of maybe understand why they didn't go the same route they did with Hulk. Only because we've already seen that movie, you know, and it wouldn't make sense to have that same plot again. But if they aren't going to go with that route, then there needs to be. It's like the Superman scenario, you know. Superman has a mastery of his powers.
100%, yeah.
Superman is so overpowered with everything he does, and so they have to make his threat like a god almost, you know, only to keep up with Superman, or they have to weaken him somehow to give him some kind of hardship, you know. And if they don't do that, And the only other way I could kind of think about this show going is maybe they're not focused. They're downplaying the Hulk side of things to maybe focus on her more human side, like the lawyer part. But like I said, this is all spoken from. I have not seen any clips. I have not seen any trailers, and I have not seen any spoilers. So I really
I'll add one more thing. If you're supposed to root for the main character, right? You're supposed to root for them. Mm-hmm. So Bruce Banner is trying to teach her how to be a Hulk, right? And she masters everything super fast, like things that have taken him years and years and years. And then when he starts talking about anger, she goes on a whole rant about how she suffered so much more than Bruce could ever imagine. She suffered way more than him. She's been angry more than him. That he's never gone through the stuff that she's gone through. And it's like, are you kidding me right now? We're supposed to be cheering for this girl? And she treats Bruce like garbage.
Are you serious? Okay, so
which is she treats Bruce like garbage. and Bruce is her uncle that's trying to help her deal with this new thing in her life.
So I'll say this. For an agenda-heavy TV show, I feel like it's counterproductive to show two heroes comparing trauma. You know, trauma is very individual to the person. I'm not even sure that she knows what Bruce has been through to really make those kind of claims.
No, of course not.
You know, women have their own set of hardships, just like men have their own. Yeah. But if I'm not mistaken, Bruce has lost parents. Bruce was exiled from his home. Bruce had to leave the woman he loved in fear of hurting her when he couldn't control himself. Bruce has lost years of his life when he was trapped inside Hulk on the Ragnarok movie.
Yeah.
I definitely don't feel like that was a smart writing choice to compare traumas. You even if you know you have been through more than someone, that is your own perspective. Like certain things matter more to people. Certain things hurt people more than others. And her possibly being catcalled or sexually harassed or whatever she was referring to, like, well,
she was referring to having catcalls, and she was referring to men that were inadequate in their jobs telling her how to do her job.
Yes. Well, those are frustrating. You know, they respect your boundaries. I'm sure those are very annoying and frustrating things she had to go through. You know,
yeah,
they definitely would not bother Bruce as much as they would her.
Yeah,
because just of the way like we typically process things. Maybe, and I'm saying I'm playing devil's advocate. Maybe she maybe she meant it as while Bruce has had more extreme traumas and extreme cases of like life and death, fight or flight, cases that, you know, would cause things like PTSD and all kinds of debilitating, crippling mental paralysis, and, you know, her struggles were more consistent and like almost on a daily, hourly basis. And so she was able to master her anger and frustration through the constant use of that anger management. Maybe. I don't know. It's not a good look. But that's like...
No, it's not a good look.
That's honestly the only thing that could possibly comes to mind that they were maybe trying to go for. But it is incredibly insensitive to the audience, to Bruce, to anyone, to compare trauma. You know?
It's hard to root for someone like that. And, like, I kid you not, She-Hulk was one of my favorite Marvel superheroes when I was a kid.
The only thing...
And I just feel bad that they ruined it.
The only thing I know about She-Hulk, I've never seen anything with her in it. The only thing I know about her is she is promiscuous.
I didn't know that as a kid.
Oh, I did.
Oh, you did? I don't think the cartoon showed that.
I don't remember.
And if it did, I don't remember it.
I don't remember her in any cartoons.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm.
I remember her in her cartoons, but I don't remember what the cartoon was called.
But
and I remember I had an action figure of She-Hulk that I really liked as a little kid.
I just, you know...
But anyways...
That definitely, it makes it hard to get behind something like that. But, you know, like, maybe it's part of her growing and learning process, you know? Like, that dense set of mind, you know, like, unable to see other people's perspective. It's part of her human growth, maybe.
That was my first thought, my initial thought when I saw that episode. But then every other episode had something so strong like that, where it's just like, it was getting so unbearable. Like, she was being so unbearable. There's a scene where she's walking past working past an office where a bunch of white men are talking. They're all lawyers and they're all talking together. And she goes, "I bet they didn't have to work to get here." You know, like, okay, I understand because you're a female. Maybe you had some hardships, but like, you can't just be assuming. You know, I don't know. It's dumb. And today, we live in a time where it doesn't matter if you're. I don't feel like most of the time it doesn't matter if you're black, white, male, female. Like, if you're capable and you can do the job, then like I feel like most places probably will hire you. I'm sure there are a lot of exceptions, right? But I'm pretty sure that's in the minority.
Yeah, you know, I feel as the money goes up, you know, the more higher paying jobs go up, it becomes less about your qualifications and how hard you fought for stuff, and more about who you know. You know.
Oh yeah. That makes sense.
Those guys probably didn't have to work as hard, you know, but they were born into a more, you know, like a better position in life, and that's also not their fault. You know, they didn't ask to be.
You don't have
born.
To make people. You don't have to make people feel bad for what they've. Yeah.
Yeah, because those.
Yeah.
People,
no.
There's still people.
Go ahead. Sorry.
There's still people. Those people still have families, still have bills. Everything that she is fighting and working hard to provide for, they are too. Like, she just had to work harder for it, you know. And sometimes when you want something,
but we don't really know that though. That's still assuming.
Yeah, you're right. But just giving her the benefit of the doubt, it doesn't take away from anything they've done or she's done.
But it makes the character less likable. If that's the way she's acting all the time, complaining about everybody.
So everything I've heard so far sounds kind of annoying.
Yeah.
It definitely takes away from like immersing yourself in a television show and really just like enjoying it when you have to like take a step back and reflect on reality. We kind of watch these shows to get away from that. The prejudices of real life, you know, and the fact that I'm here and someone else was born into a much better situation than myself, you know. Okay, I don't want to be reminded of that when I watch TV. You know.
Yeah, no, my wife had this issue when she was in high school and some of college. Like, she felt bad because she grew up always kind of well off, you know, and she saw a lot of people that weren't like that. And even when we got married, like, I was poor my entire life until I got married to my wife. You know, like, that was the first time that I knew what it was like to have a little bit of money, you know. And so, like, I would hate it. I would hate for her to feel bad because she was dealt a pretty nice hand, you know. She's had her own issues and struggles. And if someone was just outside looking at her, being like, "Oh, well, her dad works at Twitter, and she, you know, she's always had, you know, phone and all the best technology and all the latest things." Like, excuse me, that's not fair. You don't know what she's going through. You don't know if she has depression, anxiety. You don't know what they deal with. So I don't know. And I hope that later on in the show she grows a lot and she realizes like some of this agenda crap and like, oh, all these men have it easy and I have it hard because I'm a woman. Or like, oh, Bruce has no, you know, I've suffered more than Bruce or whatever. Like, for her to realize like she's not the only person in this world. So, you know, hopefully that's the way it ends, you know.
I'll say, like, from the dialogue I've heard so far, that's actually more how villains talk than heroes. Like, when you look at, like, say, a franchise like Star Wars, you know, like, anger and hate are the driving forces of the Sith, you know, while the Jedi take those emotions and process them and overcome them. You know, the Sith use it to drive themselves in their goals, which is essentially what it sounds like she's doing. You know, she's using the fact that, like, she has overcome an obstacle to hate on other people who haven't had to. instead of being thankful, like, oh my god, I've been through so much, you know, like it was a miracle I got into law school with the area I'm in. It was a miracle I passed the bar. It's a miracle I got hired into this like huge company that it pays me wealthily for the hard work I do. You know, she's like, I passed the bar, and fuck you white people who haven't, you know, or didn't have to work so hard. You know, she does it almost in spite of other people instead of for herself and the bettering of herself.
Well, we really turned this Porygon episode around with all this talking about MCU. Oh, man. Yeah. How about Porygon, though, you know?
Workhorse, man.
Workhorse.
Dude.
He's not looking at the other Porygon or other Pokemon, see what they're doing. He's focused on his stuff.
Porygon is like a noble, what are they called? Like stewards? Or, like, who are like the sidekicks to knights?
Oh gosh. This is killing me. Oh, what are they called? Let me look it up.
Yeah.
It's telling me, what is it? Not Moon Knight.
Moon Knight.
Squire.
Porygon is a hell of a squire.
Yeah. Faux show. Yeah, so I think you really said everything there was to say about this episode. Shall we go to encounters?
Yeah, let's hear it.
Porygon. And I have no shame. I'm picking Porygon. Way to go, Porygon.
I'm picking Team Rocket's Porygon.
Yeah, that little flag was it was a nice touch. It was a nice touch.
Even though Team Rocket's Porygon was first, okay, and this is another thing that doesn't make sense. It was first shot out of the sky by the vaccine, right?
Yeah.
But that's not what killed it. What killed it was the second shot from the vaccine.
Yeah. He'll be missed.
R.I.P. Team Rocket Porygon.
All right, what's your rating?
I'm gonna go 1 Porygon wheezing tackles.
Okay. All right, what's giving it a 1 for you?
I like
What's
that.
keeping it from a 0, I guess.
Yeah, it's Porygon.
Yeah, for sure.
I just admire like how noble they made it, you know?
Yeah. So for the same exact reasons, I'm not as high. I'll do half a seizure.
Yeah.
Half a seizure, but that half is all Porygon and nothing else. And honestly, this might be the worst extra we've ever had. Honestly, I can't think of a worse one than this.
Yeah, that's
Can you?
The scientist was not Seymour. I'll say that.
Not Seymour. Seymour was very likable. Very likable. Is there another extra that was as bad as this that you can think of?
I mean, I'll say like they took Nurse Joy and almost made like a Bond villain out of her. Like, you could almost say she was a more of an antagonist than Team Rocket was. Like, she was actively trying to kill our heroes, while Team Rocket was just trying to steal some Pokemon.
But she didn't know she was.
Did she though?
She didn't. She had no idea that people could be transferred into the
You saw the way he reacted, and she
ignored. She's like, I don't want to know. Yeah.
I mean, that must have took years to build. There's no way he never mentioned it.
Maybe.
I'm smelling foul play.
I'm smelling foul play. Something fishy going on here. Yeah. Worst extra, in my opinion. I can't think of a single one. Like, there's no one's been this bad. No one.
Not even Lieutenant Surge. With his, hey, baby.
Hey, baby. I call everyone a baby. What is it?
I call everyone that can't beat
me. Lieutenant Surge was a good one. Seymour was a good one.
One of my favorites, man. Lieutenant Surge was a genuinely good guy.
Yeah. Is he even more favorite than only a novice goes into battle with a pooped out Pokemon?
Yeah. I just like the way that.
Oh man!
I just love the way that pooped out Pokemon just rolls off the tongue.
Yeah, I'll take Nestina every day over this guy.
Bro, Nestina knew how to live it up, man. You saw all those like half-naked men around her all the time, and banquets and alcohol. And...
That's true. Yeah. Do you remember the Raticate owner? What was his name?
The fancy guy in the boat.
I don't remember his name. Yeah. No. We should make a tier list of the Pokemon extras.
I'm down. We can do that. We'll have to go over the past 38 episodes though, and first we'll rank them.
Yeah.
And then we'll do extras.
You want to rank what? The episodes?
We need to start getting
a
tier list going.
Oh, a tier list for the episodes. Okay. And, for season 1.
Yeah. And I'm not thinking like E, A, B, C, D, E, more like first place, second place, third place.
Oh, wow. To like 38th place? Or like 50 whatever place?
Or maybe we can do top 3 and then we can rank them in the EA, everything else.
Okay. I mean, the top 3, like, the Raichu episode's up there, and then what was the other one that we said was, like, pretty much almost perfect? I feel like it was kind of recent.
I remember, too. Man, I don't remember.
Oh, man. I know like a few months back we went on like a roll with really good ones. Let me see. We had what was it? What was it? I don't remember. Anyways.
Let's see.
You like the Ghost on Maiden's Peak? We like that one a lot.
Charmander would have been such a good one if they just tweaked some stuff.
I like the Mystery at the Lighthouse a lot. Yeah, I agree with you.
I didn't like that one.
The Shipwreck one was good. Huh?
Oh, man.
The Fashion Flash was not bad.
Dig those Diglets.
I remember we had so many technical problems with them. I liked the race one too with Ponyta. Kangaskhan. Oh man, that guy is a pretty bad extra too. You remember Papa? Oh, the Kangaskhan kid is worse than this episode, I think.
I agree. Tower of Terror was pretty good if I remember.
Oh, the Tower of Terror. Oh, the Ghastly, the Ghost one, yeah. Yeah. Anyways.
The School of Hard Knocks. It's the famous private school. The private school bullies.
Brock knows everything. All right. Shall we go to our next segment?
We should.
And, well, nothing is ever good enough, ever.
And nothing ever will be.
And today's contestant, we have the cute, plump, blue and green, nice or mean, blades on his head, wish he was dead, Oddish. And man, that live action one looks awesome. If he looked like that, I would like him more. This looks like Attack of the Killer Tomatoes right there.
Ooh.
Whoever does this art, he's got some talent. Man, I like that art.
Yeah?
I like that too, actually. This looks like, what's the Hooga Hooga, what's that, Crash? Remember Crash?
Bandicoot?
Crash Bandicoot?
Vaguely.
Yeah, was it Crash? Yeah. He had like this little mask following him around. It kind of looked like this.
No.
Anyways. Alright, let's see. We've got Oddish. We've got just kind of a blue circle with feet and green blades coming out of his head, like these leaves. Kind of like...
I don't know, like kind of like a weed leaf. Like the weed plant. I don't know if you've ever seen like the silhouettes of them.
Yeah. Weed plant. I've seen weeds, yeah.
No, not weeds. Marijuana. Mary Jane.
Oh, weed.
See, look at like if you just like if this was all black.
I don't think so.
Like if this was all black. Look at the silhouette.
Oh, I see. It's just one big weed leaf.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, yeah, I see it. Yeah, for sure. Like one really, really big weed leaf.
Yeah.
And then cut into sections.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I'll never look at Oddish the same way again. And look, his eyes are red.
Yeah. Coincidence?
Yep. Okay, it's confirmed.
Not.
He is the marijuana Pokemon. He is the marijuana Pokemon. And he's hungry.
And he's hungry for justice.
Did you ever watch that show? It's really old. It's probably, maybe it was before your time, because I watched it when I was very little. It's called Fruities. Frutti. Look it up real quick, if you can.
It's what? F-R what?
Fruttis. Fruities.
T-T-I-S?
Fruities show. Put show, I guess. Yeah. Show. It's like images, yeah. So this was a show. Well, did they make a new one? I watched the cartoon. So this is a cartoon I used to watch when I was little, right? And they were like little fruit guys, and they were so cute, and I loved it. I don't know if this was ever in America, but I watched this in Spain.
I've never heard of it.
Oddish kind of reminds me of like one of these fruities. He kind of reminds me of one of these fruities. Like I feel like he would fit in.
Are these like its
if he was done
children?
In this kind of animation?
How do like fruit reproduce in this world? Since they're like living, like
they probably just put their seeds in the ground.
Since
I don't
they're
know.
like sentient fruit. I wonder how they reproduce.
Mm-hmm.
You think they actually rip out their insides? Like all their entrails to get to like their... I must die so that life may continue. It's like,
that's why the dad's there and the mom's dead.
Yeah, like the male praying mantises.
Yeah, pretty much. But anyways, Oddish kind of reminds me of a fruity. So for that reason, I kind of like it. Because I loved this show when I was little. But, yeah, I mean, very simple design. Right? Just kind of two little beady eyes. Red beady eyes. big plump circle with like circle legs or circle feet. Does he have legs? He has. I feel like he has a little bit of legs, like more than what's his face, more than like Cleffa. Yeah, it's a pretty cute Pokemon. I think the color scheme works really well too.
I kind of noticed like if the legs were more in the center of the feet, like those would just be Butterfree feet.
Yeah, Butterfree feet are not good. We don't want that. We don't want that.
He's got some like big old clown shoes.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't mind it. I like Oddish.
This Pokemon is like 50% feet.
I like it. Yeah, I love it. I like Oddish. I love everything about it. I honestly don't think I would change anything about it. I wouldn't give him arms or like anything extra on the leaves. I wouldn't give him vines or anything like that. I think just as simple as he is, I think that's perfect for to start the evolutionary process.
I mean, like, I agree, but I probably would change the feet, you know?
You don't like it? What would you do? What would you do about the feet? Like, the feet don't actually look like this design here. Like, that's not how the actual Oddish looks, right?
I mean...
Yeah. It looks like Little Fruity's feet. I like it.
I mean, if you look at that, look how big it still is proportionally to its body.
You'd make the feet smaller?
Yeah, because I'm trying to think how I would expect this Oddish to get around without feet, but... I mean, maybe you can hop like an execute, you know?
Execute, yeah.
I think it would have been cuter just the body and the plant head. The feet, you know, it's got kind of like a Smurf thing going on. I don't know. I'm not a big fan of these big feet. I think it takes away from like the cuteness.
Agree to disagree. I honestly think Oddish is pretty close to a perfect Pokemon for me. I like him. Probably, yeah, I'd say he's a perfect Pokemon, honestly. For me, design-wise.
I don't know, I just can't get past them. You know, they could have gave him roots like Bellsprout. You know how Bellsprout has those roots-like feet?
Yeah. But that's, I don't know, I feel like that's kind of unique to Bellsprout, isn't it?
Yeah, because I'm like just think about, like, that Oddish is standing in this pot. It's not resting. You know?
Right.
It's got to be tippy-toeing how big its feet are.
Or maybe his feet are under the soil.
No, they're too big to go sideways.
No, I mean, like, there's dirt probably all the way in that pot, and he's got his feet inside of the dirt.
I think they're, like, tippy-toeing.
Nah.
What? There's no other way the feet would fit in there.
Yes, because there'd be dirt, compacted dirt, and he just kind of put his feet on the top layer of the dirt.
I mean the top layer.
I'm saying there's dirt all the way up to that pot, and he just kind of put his feet inside of the dirt a little bit.
Look how big its feet are.
You're saying it wouldn't fit in that circle?
Yeah.
I don't know.
For how big the Oddish is, if you look, the feet to body are the same length.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, that's awesome. The original card. I haven't seen that in years. Nice.
What a weird angle to take too, like to make it look bigger than it is.
I kind of like how the blades look better on there, on the card.
Yeah, I do too.
Okay, yeah, I mean, I feel like so far a perfect Pokemon for me has been Beedrill. And we say that out of our own free will of choice. But but I think this one is right there. I think he's right there with Beedrill for me. I mean, not as cool, obviously, because it's going for a cute Pokemon. But for a cute Pokemon, I think he's perfect for me. Perfect design.
close, but not for me.
That's fine. That's fine. Let's go to Gloom. The ugliest out of this line.
I was about to say, Gloom is actually my favorite in his line.
More than you like. I thought you liked Vileplume the most.
I love Vileplume. Love Vileplume. But oh my god, Gloom.
you relate?
He's just like,
oh my god.
He's just like drooling.
What's its deal, man? It's just so toxic that it just has a seizure, like constant seizure.
Yeah.
Oh, why don't you go first here? I feel like you have more to say.
So, I'll say this. So, Gloom is a grass poison. It's one of the only grass types that comes to my mind that has no green on it. I feel like that's really what separates Gloom from other ones. I like its little thing is starting to bloom, like it's like fall, like with the orange leaves and everything. I love fall.
Yeah, for sure, bro. Same. Best season.
Is drooling. This thing, Oddish was a wheat plant. This thing is stoned out of its mind.
Oh man.
I love that it's just drooling. This thing is just sad, you know? I love it.
For sure.
And I mean, they gave it arms, which complements the feet better. I like this one more. It has more personality to me.
Okay. It definitely has more personality, for sure. I do love how they went with the orange leaves. I feel like that's probably... Is there any other Pokemon that has that? I feel like the fall leaves, that's pretty unique to Gloom. There might be others, but I can't think of any. That's probably my favorite part of this design is its hair or leaves or whatever it is. And I also do like the little flower on the top of his head. It looks like a flower you want to stay away from. Like if you saw that in the wild, you'd probably just not touch it or smell it or anything. It doesn't look good.
Yeah.
Personally, I would like Gloom more if it wasn't drooling, personally. But I do like that they added the arms. I don't think it would look as good on Oddish, but it does look good on Gloom. And I do like everything about Gloom. I just don't like the drool coming down. But yeah, he's got more personality. I like everything. Yeah, the eyes, the mouth, everything. Just the drool that turns me off a little bit.
I love it.
I mean, it definitely is cute, and for a middle evolution, I feel like a lot of Pokemon have ugly middle evolutions. Gloom is definitely a cute middle evolution, and it really goes well, I feel like, with the line. And I love how circle-y he is, just like Oddish kind of.
There, no drool. Is it fixed?
Oh no. I take back everything I said about Gloom. This looks like something off of Ren and Stimpy.
Right. It looks like it's turning into a raisin.
A California raisin? Did you ever see that show?
No.
No? California Raisins? You've never seen that? That might be... I'm trying to think of when I used to see it. That was an old show.
This is so cute.
You say so.
Oh my god, I want it.
Ew.
He's got the Seismitoad head.
I think you're...
Happy Gloom.
You might be talking me out of all the good things I said about it. Oh, that's cute.
He does look a little different from
the other two. I feel like Oddish looks more like Vileplume than it does like Gloom. Which is weird, because it has kind of the same colors as Gloom.
Mm-hmm.
Which I guess Vileplume does too. Yeah, they all have the same color. He has more of the same shape.
Oh, it's kind of a cool picture.
Yeah.
Oh, it's very similar to the Weezing one you like. Or the
Oh,
coffee.
that's my background on my computer. That coughing one is the background on my computer. Is that how you want Oddish? Just like that with no legs?
Yeah.
Did you see right up? Yeah. Did you go up a little bit? On the right side? On the right side? On the right side.
This?
There. That's how you want him?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just like that.
Yeah.
Same expression and everything.
Okay. He looks terrified.
More like this. Like with roots as feet.
You like that?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Don't you think he's fixed?
No. Alright, should we go to Vileplume?
Yeah, let's do it. What?
Yeah, where it says Gloom Pokemon, just like type in Vileplume. That should work.
Alright, first thing I noticed, super exaggerated feet, long arms.
Yeah.
This thing resembles more of a mushroom to me than a flower. It's kind of got the Blastoise problem with the cannon on the head.
I mean, so does Gloom. It's not a
Does
cannon, but
Gloom?
it's like a flower. Yeah, he has like a flower that shoots out like stun spore stuff and sleep powder and all that stuff.
That's a flower bulb. It just comes out that way. This is an actual
But
cannon.
he shoots stuff out of that top of his head.
I feel like it comes out of his nose and everything.
That's true. I bet it's very uncomfortable to be a Vileplume. Like, I bet that thing never lays down.
Mm-hmm.
But maybe he can just sleep standing up since it's like a mushroom flower thing. Honestly, Vileplume, for me, I don't know why, but Vileplume is kind of like a forgettable Pokemon to me. I've never used one before, but I've always wanted to. Maybe that's why, because I've never used one in the games, but I don't know. It's a pretty forgettable Pokemon for me. I do like the flower in its head. It's enormous. It's so big for like the size of his body. Mm-hmm. It really looks like it's really heavy. But I guess if he's strong, like in this picture, then he probably can take it.
Yeah.
He does. I think he loses a lot of the cuteness that Gloom and Oddish have, but he also doesn't gain much threatening. Like, he doesn't look any more threatening, but he also looks way less cute. So, like, I can totally understand why they wanted to make also Blossom. Because Vileplume, I think he missed the mark on cute, and he also doesn't look very threatening. He just kind of looks like a regular, normal Pokemon. I don't know how many people have Vileplume as their favorite Pokemon, but I imagine it's not that many.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, yeah, they went off. The body looks similar to Gloom's and Oddish's. Exaggerated feet, like you said. The arms are kind of the same as Gloom's, right? The thing that's supposed to stand out from this guy is the enormous flower petal on his head, which I guess it does stand out. I don't know. What if maybe they took the face off of Vileplume, or maybe take his mouth off and make him just red eyes with that gigantic petals on his head? Maybe that would make him look a little more threatening.
I kind of like the theme they have going on here. Like Gloom was very fall, and Vileplume is very like spring.
Mm-hmm. And Oddish is like what? Like right before spring.
Oddish is very like
coming
tailored to people who have feet fetishes because it's just feet. Oddish is just a foot with a body.
But Vileplume has bigger feet than Oddish.
Yeah, but you know what they say about big feet? This thing's got some big petals.
Yeah. I don't know.
It's also very boxy to me.
It's a good...
Like...
Yeah, that's true.
I don't know. I feel like maybe if they made it like thinner and taller, like maybe like an actual flower, it would have been more appealing, because this short stubby body almost lends itself more to a mushroom shape than like a flower.
That's true. Make him part of the... What's it called? The fungus line.
I mean, really, if these petals were more dome-like, it might as well just been a mushroom,
Yeah.
Here's a question, though. Is Vileplume a good Pokemon?
Yeah, he's...
Like, stat-wise? Or is it pretty average?
Let me take a look. Like I said, I've never used him before.
I haven't either, but
I've always wanted to, but there's always better options.
Yeah.
Vileplume. Actually, special attack base attack is 110. Special defense is 90. Attack 80, defense 85, HP 75, speed 50. So he's really slow. He doesn't have much HP, and his defense is, whatever. But he does have a good special attack. You don't want to... I mean, if you're going to have a grass Pokemon, though, you want it to have somewhat of a good HP and defense, since they're so weak to a lot of things,
Mm-hmm.
He's weak to ice, psychic, fire, flying. Yeah. I like Oddish and Gloom more than Vileplume.
It's the same argument against Bulbasaur. It's just that poison typing really hurts it. With weaknesses.
I prefer Venusaur to be poison than just grass. Really? Especially now with all the new games, they have a lot more poison moves, better moves, and then you have the strength versus the fairy. Strong against fairy.
Yeah.
There's this move called Venoshock. If the Pokemon you're facing is poisoned, Venoshock does like twice the damage, I think. It's like
it does 120.
Yeah, 120. Yeah, with no...
I remember from my poison run.
Oh yeah, that's right. They had it on the MMO. Yeah. What's this called? Vileplume is a little anticlimactic, but it's just not as cute, and it's not threatening. So I feel like it missed the mark on both sides. When Blossom, they went for 100% cute on that one.
Do you feel like they hit the mark?
Blossom. I remember that from the Pikachu.
So it's supposed to be like a hula dancer, right?
I think this is another one. I think this is another one where maybe was aimed for the girls. Does Katie think Blossom is cute?
Probably. If I had to guess.
I'm gonna ask my sister if she thinks Blossom is cute. What do you think of it? Blossom while I'm doing this.
I mean, yeah, I definitely feel like it's cute. She's got like the Blastoise cannons going on, rather than like the Vileplume 1 cannon.
That's funny. I never looked at her as having Blastoise cannons.
I can't tell if she's floating or if she has feet.
I think she's got feet under her skirt.
You think so? I don't know. I think she might float, dude.
Oh, that's a...
Nope, you're right. There's feet.
Just hovers.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, what is that?
Mega Blossom.
I actually like that one better. If it was real.
Yeah, they did away with the cannon and made it like an actual flower.
Janine says, I don't know, I guess. Not specifically. Maybe it's for little girls. I don't know. I'm not a huge fan of this design. I like the face, like the way the face looks. It does have the cute face. It's got the green color going on it. It looks good. I feel like the body and the face looks good, and I even like the flower cannons on its head.
Yeah.
I just feel like the skirt. They could have done something better than the skirt. It looks like it hides the entire body, right? It hides the entire body.
I'm starting to think that maybe it's body. I'm starting to think it doesn't have feet, and its body is just skirt.
No, I don't like that. I guess that makes me sexist. Sorry.
Women need legs.
You're like, I'm a boy, Blossom. Oh no, that's even worse.
That's like the Bug's Life. Just because I'm a lady,
yeah, the ladybug
doesn't mean I'm a lady.
Right. Wow, that's an old movie.
Its head kind of has like that little Nicky Demon thing going on. Remember with the boob head?
Yeah. Oh yeah, I know.
I really wish they didn't put the cannons on the head like that. You know,
would you like it on the hands, like on the ends of the hands?
More than that, like some little like Iron Man little things.
Yeah, that would have been cool. Actually, that would have been cool. Yeah.
Yeah, because this is no bueno.
Booby head.
Yeah, I got some booby head. Yeah, I'm not seeing feet, bro.
Yeah, maybe you're right.
Even the toy has no feet.
Okay. Yeah, no, I don't. This one is not more powerful than Vileplume. It's not better than Vileplume. It's just supposed to be cuter, I think.
What the fuck's going on here?
Oh. Is she about to open her petals for us?
Mm-hmm. Is this forbidden love?
Seems like it. One little kiss by Cyndaquil, that thing's dead.
Do you think like Pokemon ever like intermingle species, or do you think they're kind of like take the white Aryan nation stance towards things and try to keep the bloodline pure?
You know, in my imagination, they really mingle.
Yeah. Have you given this a lot of
thought? Yeah. Yes, I have. Yes, I have.
Alright, man. So what are you rating this as a whole?
Let me just say I think Vileplume is better than Blossom, and I'm not a big fan of Blossom. I think they had something going with its face and arms, and then the rest of it just kind of, yeah.
I can't think of a time I'd ever pick Blossom over Vileplume.
Yeah, no way, never.
Like,
just when you're filling up the Pokedex, that's the only time.
Yeah.
And even while I'm doing it, I'm like, I'm sorry, Gloom. I'm really sorry. I just need you to be a Blossom to fill my Pokedex. I really appreciate your sacrifice. I do.
Yeah. You have to take one for the team.
You have to take one for the team. I'm sorry. You're gonna be in the box anyway. Just no one's gonna have to see you.
It's gonna be our secret.
It's gonna be our secret. And if you want to mingle around with other Pokemon, I'm 100% fine with it. In fact, I promote it. Rating. Okay, for me, Oddish is the strong one of this group, with Gloom coming in pretty close behind Oddish. Blossom, I don't like. Vileplume is a step behind Gloom. I mean, I just feel like the evolutions got worse from Oddish. It just kept getting worse, but not by much. Not by much.
That's so funny. I have the exact stance, but opposite.
You think? Oh, I thought you liked Gloom the best.
No, I like Vileplume more, but I love Vileplume and I love Gloom. Oddish is just off feet to me though. I can't get behind it. I can't. I never understood foot fetishes. I'm not kink shaming.
I don't either.
Oddish is just not for me, man. I'm not a foot trainer. I don't raise foot Pokemon.
I think it just reminds me of. I don't think he has enormous feet. I think you're overreacting. But he just reminds me of the Fruities, and that was one of my favorite shows when I was a kid.
Those feet in proportion to
Yeah.
its body. Okay, imagine if your foot was as long as from the bottom of your torso up to like your nose.
Okay, but he has a little body though.
Yeah, but the proportion's the same.
I mean, Vileplume's feet are even. But Vileplume's feet are bigger than his whole body.
Vileplume has a cannon. Vileplume has bigger pet. Vileplume has so much more to offer than just its feet. Vileplume is a giant pink.
Yeah, I think for I agree, but I think Vileplume. I don't know. I don't like its shape. I guess as much as Oddish, and I like that Oddish doesn't have arms. I would have loved to see what Vileplume. Maybe Vileplume without arms. Maybe I would like, and maybe a little more circular instead of that square shape that you were saying.
I would have even preferred.
I think Gloom even would be better. Yeah.
I would have preferred even Zubat feet compared to what Oddish has.
Oh gosh, no, it's terrible. I think I'd like Vileplume and Gloom better without arms. Actually, now that I think about it. A rating. I mean, I know I said Oddish was a perfect Pokemon, but this evolutionary line in total, with Gloom, Vileplume, and including Blossom, I probably have to put it just straight down the middle and give it a 5 booby petals.
Booby petals?
Yeah, booby petals. Because I imagine that's what Blossom's got going on. Aren't those just gigantic boobs?
Yeah.
Okay, 5 skirt petals.
Oh, a perfect rating.
No, out of 10?
Oh,
wait. Oh, sorry. Oh, I'm sorry.
So
I'm not thinking. I meant 2.5. Yes, I meant 2.5. 2.5, right down the middle. 2.5 petals. Skirt petals, if you will. I don't know why I thought all of a sudden we were going out of 10. Yeah, 2.5. You?
I'll probably go with 3.
Okay.
I love Vileplume. Vileplume, to me, is just... You know what? Okay. It's got, like, the Raiden kind of hat going on for me.
Love Raiden.
I like its typing, like grass typing more than the poison, but the poison too. Like I feel like if any Pokemon were to be poison and grass type, it'd be a flower or something of that nature. I genuinely love Vileplume, and I love what people do with Vileplume, like the artistry they can do. Gloom, its colors are so unique to me. I love it.
Yeah, for sure.
I mean, Oddish, yeah, just feet. It'd be a 5. It'd be a perfect rating if it wasn't for Oddish and its feet.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
What about Blossom? Is that also including that in your perfect rating?
Nope. Forgot about Blossom. You're right. I'm gonna give it actually a 2.5. I'm gonna agree with you.
Okay, there you go. Yeah. Forgot about Blossom.
Yep. Never mind.
Yeah.
Can't do it. Not Blossom.
I mean, don't. Yeah, without Blossom, I'd probably give this a 3 or 3.5 for sure. Well, good try, Blossom. Good try. Didn't work out, but good try. And that's just goes to show nothing's ever good enough. Except you, Beedrill. Forever.
Beedrill. In the heart.
What?
In the heart, homie. Beedrill.
In the heart, homie. Yeah. Well. Guess that's all we've got for today, huh?
Yeah. How you feeling, man? We calling it a night?
Yeah.
Okay. All right, guys. Thanks for joining. Remember to dangle your bananas off your significant other's chins. Someone else's. And give your...
Just off a stranger. Just off a stranger.
Give your significant other those Nala eyes.
They'll appreciate it.
Mm-hmm. Alrighty, man. Peace.
See you guys later. Bye-bye, Banana Bunch.
Bye, bye, bye.